Hello everyone, welcome for this new tutorial. Today we'll have a look on how to model a signet ring. So first of all, we will need some add-ons for that. And here into the preferences, I use the Bool tool add-on, the loop tool add-on, and the jewelcraft add-on. Loop tool and Bool tool are already inside Blender, so you can download them from the extension menu here. And the jewelcraft add-on, you will have to download it. So you can go to this page here, search for jewelcraft, and you will find it easily. Thank you to Mikhail Rashinsky. I hope I don't hurt your name, Mikhail. And yeah, you made a fantastic add-on for jewel makers. So let's go for that. And for now, we just remove the cube, add here into the add-on jewelcraft, you will find here a set unit. So like this, we will model in millimeters and not in meters. We don't want to model a house today. Now we will go into the curve here and use a size curve. So by default, you will find USA 4.5. I will use 5. And like this, you have the circumference and you can model in case you need a specific size, you can model a specific size just like that. Okay, so let's go for that. And you will have a ring. This ring, we will not use it like other tutorials that you can do to distribute things or things like that, or curve something. It's just a reference that will help us to have the right size. Now we will add a cylinder here. This cylinder will need a lot of resolution, so 128 might be good, and make RX 90 degrees in front view, and in orthographic mode we can scale it up to fit the curve just like this. So you can see that you have the shortcuts that will appear here. This one will be the cutter. Let's go for that. And we will hide this cutter for now. Maybe just make, a shade auto smooth on it. Like this, it will be better. And let's add another cylinder with just 8 vertices on that one. And now we make a rotation into it with RX 90 degrees. Into edit mode, scale it up above the size curve, and we make SY now to make a kind of ring shape, let's say. Now we select that loop here, we make ES 0.7, ES 0.5, okay? So follow well these instructions, ES 0.7, ES 0.5, or it will not work well if you don't follow that. Now I will add a modifier, generate subdivision surface, and increase the level at 3. Perfect. Now I will cut this with the cutter here. So what I will do, I will select my cutter and the other one. You can go into the edit here, Boolean, and use the difference directly, or use the shortcut control minus directly. It works even better. So I can select everything now, and in edit mode, I see the result directly of the cutting. So it makes kind of basic ring shape just like that. Okay. What we would like, it's something thicker here on top and thicker here on top, and progressively. So what we will do, we select this entire loop here at first, and into this view, in front view, with proportional editing activated, we can make a GZ like that, okay, with a big influence already. So you can see that you can have something already that looks better. And we will activate X and Y symmetry here. Like this, we can just select some vertices and adjust really well, you can see, and have something that is harmonious and looks good like that. Okay, so already just with that you can create already nice ring shapes very easily. Then you select the 2 vertices on top, and still with the proportional editing you make a SY like this, so maybe just a little less big for the size of it. Okay, and enough that we can after create a round shape on top, okay? A circular shape on top. Make Control R to add a new loop here, and as it flattens the surface a little, we want to make Alt S to push it up without the proportional editing, just like this. Good. Now you can remove this vertex, and we have the loop that we will use to create our circular shape. And for that we have loop tool add-on activated, so we just go there and create a circle. And we have a circle. Scale it down a little. Still harmonious, still good. Okay, looks good. Now we will just select this vertex that doesn't look good, and inside view we will adjust it to fit well the curve and have a nice curvy shape here that looks beautiful and well oriented. So go to that loop now. And what is important as well, it seems that the other side didn't work, but I did activate the y-axis, so why it didn't work here? Because I made a rotation into it and it's the z-axis that works? Yeah, exactly. It's good to see it now, because after it can be mistakes that can be complicated to come back to. And now we will select that loop, and with Shift E, because we want something sharp from now, with Shift E we will sharpen this with numpad 1, and like this you have everything that is sharp now. Now if I make an extrusion, scale it down, push it up with GZ, I will have something completely straight there, as you can see. Okay, it works pretty good to have this kind of shape now. I don't know why it's not circular anymore. Because I did move this one. So now it's circular. When I make ES, it works. It works better. I made a mistake somewhere. And GZ, okay, so we have something good. Nice one. Maybe scale it up, scale it a little and push it down a little. We don't want something crazy big here. Just to have a nice bevel shape here that will help us, because we will add some jewels on it, into it, some stones into it. Something like that might be good. Now I can extrude and scale it down. Again, make the same and Control F grid fill, and you make something like this. You can offset here if it's not the right angle. And now you have the basic shape. Maybe the top here might be a little less high. Okay, good. Now we have a nice basic shape that we can work on it. What we would like to do is use the shade smooth, auto smooth, sorry. In case you don't have right shader, right shading here, you can increase or decrease the angle here, and it will help you to have something more beautiful in case you need. So 20 here, it's good for my case. Now I would like, and after, yeah, when you add some subdivision, it will give you even better things, I guess, if needed. Okay, so yeah, it seems good for me. Now what you can do as well is create here your own sign. So for this you use an image, and then after you vectorize it. So to vectorize it, you can do it online. I made mine just very simple, just with a very simple words and very simple prompt on Stable Diffusion with Flux version. So yeah, it's easy to manage this. You make your own, you can make your own like this very easily. I think I see that I have doubles here. That's why it didn't fit well. So I select everything and remove doubles. Yeah, it seems it was this that creates this bad orientation of faces there. Okay, good. So now we can add the sign. And for this, I did create that, yeah, in Stable Diffusion with very simple prompt. You can make your own, and whatever design will work. It has to be just black and white, and after you vectorize it. So you can make it online, or you can use Adobe Illustrator, for example, or other softwares that works well for that. Now, let's add a new object, and for that we will just import it. You have to export in SVG. Like this, you can import it in SVG directly in Blender. And I have here my file here. You could use whatever logo or whatever sign you want, okay? So with control click here, I will just enable this collection and I will go there. You can see that it imports the background as well. So sometimes you have to remove some parts to come back to your original design. It's the case here, and that's what I do. So maybe I will remove that one like this. It's totally the same, right and left, it's symmetrized. And what I can do as well is to make only one with Ctrl J, okay, and make a origin to geometry like this. The origin is at the center of the geometry, and make Alt G, sorry, to put it back in the center. So what we will do now, we will enable back our ring, and just with this option activated, the face project and align rotation to target, now I can come to top view and make just a G and left click like this. It's on top directly. Now I can scale it up in edit mode. It's important to make it in edit mode, this, or it can create some problems. And now I can make GY like that. And scale it up a little to have this kind of object and behavior. Okay, good. So what we will do now in the curve options, we'll remove the material and we will go into geometry, go into the extrude here. And what we can do as well, we can enable shadow here to see a little more what we do. Now I can select my object, my first object and my second object. And again, I will make a brush boolean here. And you can see that it works perfectly. So now I have my nice object that works well. If you have some problems, like for example, here you can see this kind of behavior where it was here, you see that sometimes it's or half of it works, or transparency is here, or you can just scale it down a little or scale it up a little. It will resolve the thing. So like this, you don't have any problem for that. I would like to add some details a little. So what I will do, I will just create a loop here. And with Shift E as well, I will put it with crease and extrude that to have already a nice detail over there. And I will make another one here into that part. So sometimes it's good to enable the subdivision in edit mode like this. You see really what you do. So I will add a Control R here, okay? And with Control B, I will push it like this. Then I select these two loops and make Shift E1 again to sharpen it. Okay, and now you can see that it did move a little. With GG, you can slide it just to create a kind of rail here. Let's go until there. Perfect. Now I can extrude that, and with Alt S, push it down or push it up. And me, I want to push it down. but it should not take that one. Yeah, it's because of the symmetry that is here that creates that. Okay, and now I can create my rail here with the subdivision activated here, and you can see the rail over there. We will distribute some gems around just after. So now we have our basic shape, and it already looks good actually. But what we can do as well now is create some, yeah, let's add some gems first. So to do that, you can measure here the size of the rail that we did, and you can go there to measure things easily in Blender. Just click and drag and see the size of it. So it's 1.14 here. Perfect. So we can add the gems that fits here. Let's go there. We can go in jewelcraft, add a gem. We can select all the types of gems that you want, but we will use just simple diamonds here. And it was 1.14, so that's what we will do. And we click on OK, and we have the right size here. Good. What I will do, I will put this one into a new collection that I can call diamonds. Okay. And now I would like to create a curve that will be there in the right position. So what I do in that case, I just add here a curve, circle. So it's just a circular shape, so I don't have anything to do more complicated. So I will go in edit mode, make GZ, scale it down, scale it up here. Okay, until you find the middle more or less of the rail. Okay, so you have this. What you can do as well is activate the normals, make it big like this to see really how they are, and make with Ctrl T follow the angle of the rail. This is important for the rest of the tutorial here. So we have the curve, we have the rounds here, the round that is here. So we select the round and the Bezier curve. The Bezier curve has to be in yellow, and you go into jeweling and you distribute on curve, and you see that you have already the jewels that are here. You can increase the number until you have the right amount, and that's it. You can change the tilt if needed, but as it was well oriented, it's not a problem now. So you can put the right number here. You can change the rotation of each, not useful for what we need here. And you can change the offset, push it down, push it up. And maybe I will push it up just a little. Something like that. Good. So we have something good now. What you can do as well when you have your diamonds that are selected, you can use prongs to add some prongs here. Something like that looks very good. Okay. And that's it. So perfect. I have my my objects that are well oriented and well in place there. So what I can do now, maybe add some little decorations into that part, maybe. For that, we can use some curves. So I will add some decorations here. Good, and let's go for that. So what I will do, I will just add a curve, and this curve will be a path here, okay? You go into edit mode, you activate everything here with the face project, align rotation to target, and move and rotate here. Now, whatever I do, it will stick into the geometry, so that's what is good into that case. What I will do, I will just go into, there's options, increase the depth to have nice design already, And maybe here what we can do is create a nice curvy shape here. Okay, like kind of S for start something. Okay. And then when you have this S, you can start to make kind of curly ending like this. Good. And with this now we can play with the Alt S to make the shape more interesting. So here I would like to have something that finish with a point here, just like that. This one not too big, just a bit. This one too. This one we can scale it down, Alt S, to have really nice shape. Maybe sometimes you have to readjust a little the entire shape like that. Okay, so depends of your need, and maybe that one as well has to be realigned. So don't hesitate to just spend a little of time until you have the right shape. The first one is the most important. You can play with profile, for example, and in that case, you will certainly have to make a readjustment. Like for example, here I can make Control T to realign the curve like this. Okay. With profile as well, you have, for example, some presets that you can play with, and they will appear more if you use a big resolution here, and you will have this kind of decoration. So here it's so little that maybe it's useless, so we will not use that. It will not appear in the final design when it's printed, when it's 3D printed. Or you really have a really good 3D printer. But yeah, whatever. It's an option that can be used here. We will just use the normal one here, the profile by default here, the straight one, and not with a lot of resolution. Like this, we don't use a lot of geometry. And then we will add a modifier, generate mirror, activate the X, the Y, and already we have this. So can be good. Nice one. Now maybe we can change the shape a little to have something more curvy here. Sorry, I made an extrusion instead of moving. Okay, good. Something like this will work good. And maybe we can add another over there. You can play with duplications as well. I will make Control T before to have the right orientation. And yeah, you can play with duplications, like you choose the right angle, be sure that you have this, and you move everything by Shift D, scale it down, make a rotation, maybe something like that. Here, okay. And very easily you will add some details into your modeling, like this, very, very beautiful. So be sure that everything follows well. Here, what we can do as well, what we could do, maybe we could just remove that one. It's not, it's useless now. Come back with this one and make Control T to come back with this. Okay, we have something that looks good. And maybe this one we can duplicate it as well and make a Shift D again. Make a rotation. Alt S to make it less big. And Control T again to push it like that. And it works already very well, as you can see. Okay, and you can play with your own design and add more and more shapes into that. Like for example, here we could add some little shapes, like little pores or something like that with UV sphere. So with a UV sphere, you just use it like that. And now I will go in edit mode, and again we'll use the same thing. So I will just push it up. What we will do, maybe we'll use object mode So like this, it will be easier. So you place it, just shade smooth here and scale it down. Place it where you need. Okay. Here looks good for me. We could add one here, for example. We could add another one here. We could add another one here for sure. And maybe another one there. Who knows? Now with these 5 objects here, you can make one with Control J and Control A, apply the location and apply the rotation as well. Okay, now I can add a modifier, generate mirror, and it will fit perfectly the other side, and I can make it into the y-axis as well. So now we have some nice modeling like that. So yeah, don't hesitate to play with these curves. They can be really handy to add some nice details. Maybe I will add the last one here, duplicate that one here and put it over there. But yeah, be careful with the rotation in that case. So I will remove this. I will duplicate it, align it well in front of the geometry, more or less, somewhere around here maybe. So like this, when I activate here the option with that, it will stick directly to the surface well and without changing too much the shape. And now with Control T, I can put it back with this. So now we have a beautiful shape. And here we have our ring that is finished, let's say. So very easy to make, as you can see. It doesn't take that long to model a specific ring like that. And you can go for just visualization. Here you can select another matcap, maybe that one. Okay, increase a little the strength of the shadow here, and you will have something that looks good. Okay, so yeah, model your own, experiment with these techniques. They are really interesting for geo modeling. And maybe in the next video, I will make a variation of this tutorial and use some AI to create some real sculptures. So yeah, we will make that maybe in the next video. I will show you this technique. But first of all, you can see that already you can have a really beautiful design without spending too much time for create this kind of ring. So happy blending, have a great day, and enjoy creation.